Hello, hello, welcome back to another episode of I, Captain of My Ship. Today I like to talk about nightmare. What can you do when your child wakes you in the middle of the night or comes downstairs and tells you, I've had a terrible nightmare, and it starts to cry because it's full of fear? What are things that you can do? I mean, my children face nightmares a lot, and I believe more children face nightmares. So I think it's a good topic to talk about sometimes. It's not a favorite topic, but I like to share some things that you can do. First of all, make sure that you comfort your child. Make sure that you are there for a child and that you are ready to listen to your child. By listening, your child can already start to discharge this energy. And then teach your child to recognize the fear by naming it. You are scared because you had a nightmare, aren't you? Then you name it, and your child knows that it's okay, that it belongs to a nightmare. In this situation, you have this nightmare. So just recognize it and name it. And then the other step is accept the feeling and show understanding. Why is understanding like telling your child it's okay to feel to feel fear when you have a nightmare? Why is understanding so important? Because without understanding, there's just no solution possible. So that's a very important step. I understand that you feel fear when after a nightmare. So understand it. And then, of course, limit the behavior. We can cuddle for 5 minutes, or I can sing 10 songs, and then you can go to sleep. Or just think of something that works for you in a situation like that, and tell the time or the thing that you will do for a period of time, so the child knows that there's also a limit, and this moment of cuddling will not last for the rest of the night. It's okay to cuddle for 5 or 10 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever you think is okay in your situation, but there's also a boundary there. And why is it so important to have this boundary? Because this shows the child that it can handle it itself after it's done, that it has everything in it to also deal with the rest of it himself. And this gives self-confidence. So to have a limit is okay, to limit the behavior also of this fear. Where what you don't want the fear to grow in this moment like this. You want to take off, and to that it will get smaller, this fear, after this nightmare. So what are things I want to discuss with you don't want to do in a situation like this? Because the following 3 things will only help this fear to grow. So don't do the following 3 things. First, don't laugh about the situation. Don't laugh about your child, say, ha ha ha, you stupid you, or anything. That's just so stupid to have a nightmare like that. Don't do that. Don't laugh about it. Don't deny the fear. The fear is there, so recognize it, but don't deny the fear. And don't make the fears worse than it is. So those are 3 things you don't want to do in a situation like this. What do you want to do after you've set your limits? Make sure that the child has time to relax after a situation of a nightmare. It's good to feel comforted and feel loved and relax in a way that suits the child. Every child is different. For one child, it's to have a special child meditation. For another child, it's to listen to music. For another child, it might be that you sing a song. For another child, it may be that you cuddle for a few minutes, or whatever things that work for you and your child in a situation like this. Look at your child and maybe ask your child, what do you need? And give this for your child, and also have your boundary there. Um, of course, there are sometimes situations, and I've had them like you, that this step of falling asleep is by itself in his or her own room is too big. What are things that you can do? What are things that I did in situations like that? I will discuss this in the next video. If you want to know more about this. And if you are interested in learning more about children and emotions and how to set limits to behavior, I like to remember you that Wednesday, March 15th, from 8 till 9:30, I'll give an introduction workshop about children and emotions and about setting boundaries. So if you want to know more, please send an email to info@icaptainofmyship.com. Don't forget the I. And the email address is also below the description. So like the video if you like it, thumbs up, and don't forget to write an email if you want to know more. And that's it for today. Talk to you next time. Bye bye.